My name is Tabitha Murphy. I'm from Brockville, Ontario, Canada, and I race Sportsman modified cars at my home track, Brockville, Ontario.
What's different about your racing career in November 2012 from November 2011?
2011 was a little bit of a different season, I'm going to say. I wasn't very aggressive. I didn't know much about the car. That's exactly why I came to Race 101, so I could learn a little bit more, learn a little bit more about myself, and then go on from there into a more aggressive season and a happy season.
How did the plan work there?
Very well. It was one of those seasons where I just jumped right into it. I was aggressive from the get-go. I wanted that win. I wanted that determination and that motivation to come out in me so I could get my first win, and I did.
Once you got there, and you had said before, you knew what you were going to say when you win your first race, you're ready for it. When you got out of the car, did everything go the way you thought it would?
No, never does, right? It was one of those things where I was sitting in the lineup, I was starting fourth, and I said, this is possible. This is really possible. I could probably do this. And talking myself through it, and I got it on the get-go. I went right to second, jumping those two other cars, and then finally I was working one-on-one with the first driver, and when I got to first, I was like, I better start thinking about this, and I'm on caution, thinking, I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this, first of all. Second of all, what am I going to say first in my speech? So I was starting to think of it, and then eventually when I got out of the car, I was like, what was I thinking about? So just kind of came naturally, came out.
Does it feel different? The next week when you showed up at the racetrack after how many years of wanting to win that race?
7 years.
After that?
Yeah, I felt a lot more respected. I still had people coming up to me for 3 weeks being like, I can't believe you did it. You finally did it. Like, they were so congratulating. It was very good. Felt very nice.
What are you going to do next year to follow up on that?
Maybe get a couple more wins.
Maybe?
Possibly. Definitely that's one of my goals. This year, one of my goals was to be top 10 in points and to get one win. Got the one win, but getting top 10 in points didn't exactly work out the way that I wanted. I was in 8th, and then we blew motor, blew tranny, blew rear end, rode off the car 4 weekends in a row, so that got me back down to 12th in points.
Do you think, you're in an area where there's a lot of young racing talent, do you think that's a positive when you're out there trying to find partners and find help, or do you think it's more challenging to stand out from a crowd?
I don't find it challenging to stand out from a crowd because, one, I'm female. There's only 2 females at our track and in the same class in Sportsman, so it's easy enough for me to get that attention over other younger drivers. Okay.
Thanks, Tom.
You're welcome.